Hi everyone, welcome to Lunch Break. My name is Allie Johnson. This is my mom,
Lori Rolla.
She's a pastor. We've probably gone over this if you've seen any of our other videos, but we love to talk about femininity and why it's important. So thank you guys so much for joining us for 10 minutes of your lunch break. We're excited to be speaking to you about this. We really feel like it's an important topic and that it will impact your life.
Amen.
If you're a female. so sorry guys, this is for the females. Send it to your wife or your daughter or your sister. You don't have to, but anyways, this is for women. It's on femininity, and we really feel like it's going to benefit you and you're going to enjoy it. And this one specifically is for singles too. It's helpful. These are helpful tips, but the topic is top 10 marriage tips. Top 10 marriage tips that we came up with. Obviously there's a ton, but these are 10 of them. So number one, we want to try to get through quickly because we only have about 10 minutes. But number one is
treat your husband as God does. A little story. One day I was in bed. My husband was sound asleep, and I was laying there looking at him, and I just heard in my head, Lori, do you know how I see how I see your husband? It's like, how, Lord? He said, righteous. I see him righteous with my righteousness. And wow.
Yeah.
If God sees him as righteous, that's how I should see him. That's what I learned right then. I just stared at him and thought, wow, he's righteous. With God's righteousness, you can't be any more righteous than that. If that's how God sees him, that's how
you should see
I
him.
should see him. That's how you should see your boyfriend or your husband or whoever. Righteous.
Your dad, your brother.
That's right.
Yeah.
Righteous.
Your coworkers, really anyone, but especially your husband, because that's a person. We read this thing, I think it was on a magazine or something, but it was like your husband is the only person that actually chose you.
Right.
Like your parents birthed you, they had to love you, all those other things, but your husband chose you. So
children were born to you.
Yeah.
You have to love them.
Yeah. See your husband the way God does. See him as righteous. He is a good man. See him that way. Just like you need to see yourself the way God sees you. See your husband the way God sees him. So that's number one. Treat or see your husband as God does. Number two, second marriage tip is appreciate your husband and let him know what you appreciate. Be specific. Use your words to appreciate him. We know from the Bible that life and death is in the power of the tongue. Your husband is going to appreciate it when you appreciate him. So appreciate your husband and let him know what you appreciate.
Anything that he does, opens the car door, opens the door, gets you flowers,
say thank you,
change a diaper, whatever he does. Wow, thanks, thank you.
Thank you for going to work all day.
Thank you for
Thank you for working.
Thank you for working. Thank you for caring about me. I so appreciate you listening to me rant on and on, or whatever it is. Appreciate him.
Yeah, that's so good. Number three, admire your husband. Admire him.
Things like his strength. Wow, you opened that jar. I mean, I was trying for 10 minutes and couldn't. Wow, look at those muscles. Whatever, as he's, cleaning the car, whatever he does.
Men love to hear about how strong they are.
How strong,
that
how
is like
good
a
looking.
Specific thing to the male, being masculine is being strong. They really appreciate that.
Looking good. Wow, you look really great in that outfit. Whatever, admire him.
And accept him at face value with that. So you don't need, we can talk about that a little bit, but. So number one, treat your husband as God does. Number two, appreciate your husband and verbalize it. Let him know what you appreciate. Number three, admire your husband. Number four, this one is huge, you guys. Number four, I think we have a whole video on it, or we're going to if we didn't already. Respect your husband.
What's important is even children. Sometimes we mothers, we think the children come first. I have to take care of the children. The children is what's right before us. And we just, no, the children will feel secure. The more you respect your husband and put him first, that is the children's security. That's how they'll grow up knowing that they're loved, because they see you loving your husband, loving their daddy, putting daddy first. That will help them feel
Keeps
secure.
order in the home.
Keeps order in the home. It keeps love flowing in the home. It is awesome. And you've got a Bible verse even about it.
Because women are different than men. Females are different than males. Females crave love. Males crave that respect. You want to give it to them. You want to be the one to respect, admire, and appreciate your husband, or else they're going to go looking for it. We've seen this with other men in the world, right?
He's seeking it, so you give it to him.
You be the one to give it to him. But Ephesians 5:33, however, each one of you must love his wife, right? So we crave love. The Bible tells us that. We know that as women. So what do we do in order to receive that love? And this is not like give and take, but it's like we need love. He loves us. So what do we do in return? As he loves himself, and the wife must respect her husband. Men crave respect way over craving love, right?
Yeah, well, that's how they remember. Our bodies are different, so are our minds. That's how God created, and God's telling you right there in that verse. This is how I've created a female. Husbands love them, and this is how I created a male. Wives respect him, and that's how he created us.
And our number 5 tip goes into that a little bit more. Number 5 is look at him when he is speaking to you. That is a way to show respect. It's just courtesy. You do that when you're at work, right? You do that in other settings. Well, do that for your husband. He should be the number one. Respect him first, right? So look at him when he is speaking to you. I had an example. My husband... He's so kind, so he doesn't really get upset, but I'll be like in the middle of a text message or in the car, he's driving, and he'll be talking to me, and it'll take me like 5 minutes to respond because I'm texting, and I finish texting, and then I remember, oh, he said that, and then I respond, and he's like, I hate when you do that. And it's like, you're right. This text is not as important as my relationship with my husband. I could put this text down for a minute, hear what he has to say, respond, and then go back to the text message.
It's the same thing with us wives, again, going back to the children or whatever. You're taking care of the child, or you're cooking dinner or whatever, and he's trying to talk to you, turn the burner down and look at him, I mean, there's times maybe when you can't, but most of the time you can stop what you're doing and look at him and respect him, look at, in his eyes, listen, respond, and then go back to what you're doing. And again,
especially if you're not doing anything, to put your phone down.
Yeah.
And look at him when you're speaking.
Watching TV or something, stop. Look at him.
Yes. And we understand that there are different scenarios where you can't put the child down or you can't turn the stove off, but generally speaking, do those things.
Do it as much as you can.
It will
mean a lot to them. It's that respect that they need to feel loved.
Yeah, just like you need love, he needs respect. Number 6, be happy.
And we talked about that.
That was our last video at my grandparents' house. Sorry about the background. We love you, Grandma and Grandpa. But number 6, be happy. Be happy.
Smile.
Happy people have happy relationships.
And you feel better when you're happy and smiling.
Yeah,
smiling
it's true.
Can make you feel
It radiates.
Better.
You look better. And men love to please. They want you to be happy. They'll feel better about themselves.
Yeah, if their wife is not happy or girlfriend is not happy, then
they feel like they're failing.
A failure.
Watch the last video, you guys. It's really good. It's about being happy. Number 7, top 10 marriage tips. Number 7, don't try to control your husband, not even mildly. I personally hate when people try to control me. And even worse for my husband. Don't try to do it to your husband.
No, and again, it kind of goes to respect for the Lord. You got to trust the Lord. If you're trusting the Lord to take care of you, then how does he do that? Through your husband. If you're not trusting, then it's kind of, if you're trying to control equals fear. Like you're afraid of something. He's not going to do it right. I'm fearful about something. If you really think about it, when you're trying to control him, it's because you're fearing something. You're fearing he's doing something wrong. You're fearing it, think about why
and this could come down to like a little example would be the garbage. I usually don't take the garbage out. My husband does. I'll put it by the door. And instead of being like, Zane, did you take it out yet? Zane, are you going to take it out? It's just so controlling. Why am I doing that? What is the big deal? Rather than he always takes it out eventually. He will take it out, relax. But that could be, put that into any scenario you're thinking of. Right. Finances, whatever it is. You don't have to be afraid. Your life will be taken care of because we have a good Heavenly Father.
And that's how he takes care of you. Through the husband. It'll work.
Yeah. Number 8. And you know what? Even if he doesn't take the trash out that day, you guys, relax. Turn your thoughts to good things. Like, you have a great husband. I'm so blessed. All my needs are supplied. fix your thoughts on things above. Fix your thoughts on all the good. And
yeah, and you're going to remember you're looking for things to admire, to appreciate. So you'll find those other things and you won't have
and
to
you'll
worry
forget
about
that. Receive graciously. Number 8, receive graciously. He wants to know that he can make your life better. So receive what he has to give you, whether it's his time, whether it's flowers, whether it's a compliment. He wants to compliment your outfit and you don't necessarily like your outfit. Don't be like, oh, well, I hate it. Just say, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Wow.
Yeah.
See, I didn't think much of it, but thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like it. Even with flowers or something, if he's already gotten you 3 days ago, well, you already got me flowers. They're still living. They're still on tape. No, take. Wow, look at the big bouquet I've got now. Wow.
Yeah, receive graciously. And then number 9 is be pleasable. Don't be so rigid or so hard to please. Be pleasable.
Since they're driven to want to please you,
yes,
be pleasable.
You have an example about that? Be pleasable.
Let's
just say he bought you a shirt that you've been wanting. And you're like, man, I really wanted it to be this other one. Or I wanted 3 other shirts. Or maybe you can get that. Don't. Just say thank you.
Thank you for this one. Find the good in it and wear it.
Be pleasable.
Yes, be pleasable.
If he does something for you, don't, oh, I wanted this done too, though. Well, thank you so much for doing what you did do. I really appreciate it.
Find the good in whatever he does.
Yeah, be pleasable. Number 10, take care of yourself.
Try,
that sounds very selfish, but it's not.
It's kind of self-care. I think I look for something, like at least 3 things, that's me, to make myself happy, and they're in each day, and they're not big things. For me, it's drinking my coffee, and when I drink my coffee, I really don't want to do other things, like I'm not going to do laundry. No, I'm just going to drink my coffee. That's maybe when I read the Bible, or just look outside and pray, or whatever. Drink my coffee. It makes me happy. Every day, it's just a little thing, that's all. What makes you happy?
That's really good. I mean, I love to have my nails painted. Just little things like that. I'm already in a space of I'm happy. So that way when my husband comes home, if he didn't have a great day at work or whatever that might look like, well, I'm already happy. So I'm not totally relying on him to make me happy. Well, obviously we know that the Lord is our strength and our joy. You know, we know those things, of course, and we believe that. But some of those little things that you can just get your head space into a place of, I'm not so happy to, hey, I just painted my nails. I feel prettier. I feel better. It's you're already happy. It makes it easier.
Yes. And if he's in a bad mood from something at work, you're not going to be drawn into that because you're happy.
You're having a good day.
You're having a great day.
You painted your nails. You had some coffee.
I had my coffee. I had my coffee, and I don't know, there might be a little game or something you do on your phone. I don't know what it is for you.
Spend some time with the Lord.
Just spend some time.
Go for a walk.
Yes, whatever it is.
Yeah, we're not talking about huge things.
A walk. I like my little prayer walk. I got my walk in today. It was beautiful. I heard the birds, whatever it is.
Those are such great times with the Lord, too, when you're in a happy place, when you're doing things you enjoy, and you can just focus on the Lord and all he's done. I just want to go over them really quickly one more time. Top 10 marriage tips, you guys. Let us know what your favorite marriage tip is in the comments. Let us know. There's so many good ones, and we believe that this is such a great example, your marriage of Christ and the church, and it's going to show others the love of the Father. So
that's right.
We believe in strong marriages. So number 1 is treat your husband as God does, or see your husband as God does. Number 2, appreciate your husband and let him know what you appreciate. Verbalize it, you guys. Practice verbalizing it. Number 3, admire your husband. Accept him at face value. Don't try and change him. Number 4,
look for these things.
Look for it. Number 4, respect your husband. That should be number 1. That's so big, so huge. Number 5, look at him when he is speaking to you. Look up. Take time to look at him. Number 6, be happy. Number 7, don't try to control your husband, not even mildly. Trust the Lord. Number 8, receive graciously. Number 9, be pleasable. Number 10, take care of yourself. A little bit of self-care. A little bit. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for joining us. Tune in to our next video. It'll be good. So pumped to have my mom here. And
have a great rest of the day.
Happy life.